Hi, it's Nanette here with Rockin' Realty again with my second video. Having kind of fun with this. Although I'm noticing that my background is pretty darn bland, so I don't know. I'm just in my living room at my dining room table. So maybe I'll put up some art there or find someplace else to shoot these videos. Figuring it out. Anyway, in the last video, I talked about what buyers can do in this competitive market with multiple offers and how they can leverage a good offer and better their chances to get a contract accepted. So I thought I better not ignore the seller side, because even though it's pretty much like a seller's market, where houses are selling very quickly and sometimes over asking and multiple offers, it doesn't mean that a seller can just light up a cigar and mix up a cocktail, put their feet up in a hammock, and slap their house up on the market and sell it. You still got to do some work if you want the best offers possible. Yeah, it'll probably sell if you don't do much, but anytime on market, in a competitive market, will look to buyers like a house is not as desirable when they see that all these other houses went under contract in 2, 3, 4 days, and this one's been on, a whole week. Now, like a week or 2 weeks is seeming like a long time. So we know the obvious thing for listing a house to sell is getting the price right. So your agent will do the comps and you will discuss that. And that's, really, of course, super important, because if you overprice it thinking that the market's really going up, you could still shoot yourself in the foot. But I don't want to talk about pricing too much. I just want to talk about the house and the feel of the house. Oh, hi, Toby. Do you want to get in this video? Yeah, that's Toby. He may be around. Anyway, so there's a few things you can do to really make sure that you get offers right away for top dollar. Things you can do to make your house just like sparkle, shine, and just have that feeling of when someone walks in that they're like, oh my God, this is my home. I want it now. Have to live here. So, the most important thing really is clean. Clean that sucker, like really clean. All these buyers, even though they're getting perhaps a little desperate for a house, they've been looking at a lot of houses and they're discerning. They know what to look for now. They've looked at several, and they're going to notice, grubby baseboards and showers with scale and dust and grime and stuff like that. So clean the heck out of the house. And declutter, the other obvious one. I think I did a whole blog post on that, getting rid of stuff. You can put it in closets and bins, or if you have really a lot of stuff, rent a pod and have that taken away. And make your house look like there's just lots of room for the buyer stuff. I'm not really that into depersonalizing. Sometimes they say to take down all your family pictures and stuff like that. I don't worry about that too much. I think it's nice to see that kind of stuff and have it look like a home instead of a staged thing where people think, oh yeah, if I live here, it wouldn't look like this because it's so nice. Keep it real. Unless it's vacant and you're staging it, totally different story. I'm looking at my list. Yeah, so another thing is get your paperwork together. If you have a survey, make sure you can put your hands on it. If you've done any upgrades or got any new appliances or new roof or anything, air conditioning, anything that's been upgraded, gather your paperwork so that you can show it and prove it if anyone asks. Or maybe even gather your utility bills. Some people like to know what your utility bills were over the summer or winter. And you can also paint. If your walls are looking pretty bad, it's a pretty good idea to paint. I don't really care about the neutral factor unless you've got stripes and stuff. But if it's in a funky neighborhood or if it's a kid's room, sometimes the funky paint it goes down well. I had a listing with a bunch of turquoise stuff and bright colored walls, and it sold like that because it was in a neighborhood that just it suited that. Curb appeal, of course, is important. Mow the lawn, clean up the weeds, do some landscaping if you can. and really clean the front of the house. One place where I notice is often overlooked is in the eaves of a doorway, up in the corners and above the porch lights, and a lot of cobwebs and bugs and dirt there. So I think that that's a really important place to clean. And if you know of anything that really does need repairs, even if you're going to put it in the disclosure, it might be a good idea to get some estimates on fixing it so that when a buyer comes, you're well prepared for what it's going to take to get the things fixed that they need. You just basically want that vibe of like someone walking in and not feeling like they're going to have to sage the place or wear hazmat suits to clean it out. Just no grossness, no bad smells. Oh, speaking of smells, do not use those air fresheners that you plug in or that are chemical. I know that I can't stand them. I think they're poisonous to the environment. They're really bad for the environment for people to be breathing them in. And most people don't like them. They walk in and they think it's covering up a smell. So a nice soy candle, that's scented with essential oils can make a place smell really delicious, but please no chemical smells. They're the worst. I think that's about it that I can think of right now. Would love any other tips or ideas or questions. You can always post those in the comments. Oh, and also, what other questions do you want answered in this Q&A with no Q? I'm happy to research a subject I don't know or talk about all the stuff I do know, which is a lot. So post that in the comments below, what kind of questions you want answered and topics covered. Okay, thanks. See y'all later.